The world stage on this 30th day of May, 2025, is marked by significant geopolitical tremors. Tensions in the Middle East continue to command global attention, with several developments indicating a volatile and shifting landscape. Israel has reportedly intensified its military operations, particularly conducting airstrikes in southern Lebanon. These actions are described as violating a previously understood ceasefire agreement, raising concerns about a broader escalation in a region already fraught with conflict. The human cost is immediate and tragic. Reports confirm a municipal worker was killed due to an Israeli drone strike near the border, a stark reminder of the dangers faced by civilians. Furthermore, another individual unfortunately lost their life as a result of Israeli gunfire in the border village of Kfar Kila. The situation in Gaza remains a profound humanitarian concern. The sheer scale of the conflict's impact on the civilian population is staggering, with recent figures indicating that over 16,500 children have tragically been killed since the hostilities began. This devastating statistic underscores the urgent need for a de-escalation of violence and a renewed focus on protecting innocent lives. International pressure is mounting, reflecting a growing global unease with the ongoing crisis. The voices calling for improved humanitarian conditions and a sustainable peace are becoming increasingly prominent, highlighting the international community's responsibility to address the suffering and seek pathways towards a resolution that prioritizes human dignity and safety for all involved. Adding to the complex regional dynamics, France's President Emmanuel Macron has taken a notably firm stance. He has urged other European nations to consider adopting a tougher position regarding Israel's actions unless there are significant and demonstrable improvements in the humanitarian conditions on the ground. This call for a more robust European response did not go unnoticed, prompting a sharp and critical rebuke from Israel. Israeli officials accused President Macron of launching what they termed a crusade against the Jewish state, illustrating the deep sensitivities and polarized views surrounding the conflict. Meanwhile, a different diplomatic pressure point emerged as Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman reportedly issued a warning to Iran's leaders, urging them to negotiate a new nuclear deal with the United States or potentially face Israeli military action. In a significant diplomatic shift, the United States has signaled a move towards re-establishing formal diplomatic ties with Syria. This development is marked by the symbolic raising of the American flag over the ambassador's residence in Damascus, an event occurring for the first time since 2012. This reopening of diplomatic channels follows a decision by President Trump to lift sanctions that had been imposed on Syria. This American policy change has been mirrored by the European Union, which has also reportedly followed suit in lifting its own sanctions. Such a move represents a considerable recalibration of Western policy towards Syria and could have far-reaching implications for the regional balance of power and international efforts to address the long-standing Syrian crisis. The global economic landscape is also experiencing its share of turbulence, particularly influenced by ongoing trade discussions and policy decisions emanating from the United States. US markets saw a downturn following President Trump's accusations that China has been violating tariff agreements. This uncertainty was further compounded when a federal appeals court reinstated President Trump's authority to impose sweeping tariffs, a decision that has historically led to significant investor nervousness and market volatility. Such developments underscore the delicate nature of international trade relations and the profound impact that protectionist measures can have on global economic stability, creating ripples across financial markets worldwide and affecting business confidence. President Trump has reacted strongly to criticisms of his trade negotiation tactics, particularly to the nickname TACO, Trump always chickens out, which was coined by Robert Armstrong of the Financial Times. This term suggests a pattern of imposing high tariffs only to retreat later. The president defended his approach, characterizing it as a deliberate negotiation strategy. He claimed this strategy has led to significant investments pouring into the United States, citing a figure of $14 trillion in new investments. However, official support for this substantial claim appears to be lacking, raising questions about its veracity. Regardless, his tariff policies have undeniably been a source of considerable fluctuation and unpredictability in global stock markets. The S&P 500 index, a key benchmark for US stocks, is currently up slightly for the year, but it is notably down by 15% when compared year over year. Despite the ongoing tariff disputes and the associated market jitters, there are some indicators of resilience within the US economy. Notably, US consumer sentiment has remained relatively stable. This stability is partly attributed to signs that inflation, which has been a significant concern for households and policymakers alike, is beginning to ease. When consumers feel more confident about their financial prospects and the purchasing power of their money, it can help to sustain economic activity even amidst broader uncertainties. This underlying strength in consumer confidence provides a crucial buffer against some of the more volatile aspects of the current economic climate, suggesting a degree of cautious optimism among the American public. In contrast to some of the more challenging economic news, Spain has reported a positive development regarding its inflation rate. The country's inflation fell to 1.9% in May. This figure is significant because it is below the European Central Bank's target of 2%. Such a decrease in inflationary pressure could pave the way for potential interest rate cuts by the ECB, which would aim to stimulate economic growth across the Eurozone. Spain's success in curbing inflation offers a glimmer of optimism within the European economic sphere and stands as an interesting counterpoint to the ongoing tariff-related anxieties impacting other major economies. This development highlights the diverse economic trajectories currently being witnessed across the globe. Global health initiatives face persistent challenges, as highlighted by a recent report concerning smoking rates. Governments worldwide had set an ambitious goal to reduce smoking rates among people over the age of 15 by 30% between the years 2010 and 2025. However, the report indicates that a confluence of global crises, likely including pandemics, economic instability, and conflicts, has significantly hindered these efforts. This setback means that the progress towards achieving this crucial public health target has been slower than anticipated. It underscores the complex interplay between broad societal disruptions and specific health objectives, demonstrating how interconnected global issues can impact even well-established public health campaigns. The environment, too, is sending alarming signals, particularly from Canada. The provinces of Manitoba and Saskatchewan have both declared states of emergency. This drastic measure has been taken in response to rapidly growing wildfires that are spreading across these regions. The severity of the situation has necessitated evacuation orders for residents in affected areas, forcing communities to flee their homes to escape the advancing flames. Compounding the danger, prevailing dry conditions and high winds are expected to exacerbate the wildfire situation further. These environmental conditions create a tinderbox effect, making it incredibly difficult for firefighting crews to gain control and protect vulnerable areas. Beyond large-scale environmental disasters, more insidious health threats are also emerging, often leveraging modern communication platforms. Diabetes Canada and Obesity Canada, two prominent health organizations, have recently issued warnings to the public. These warnings concern scam health products that are being circulated widely on various social media platforms. Some of these fraudulent products are not merely ineffective, they can pose genuine health risks to individuals who are persuaded to use them. This highlights a growing problem where misinformation and deceptive marketing online can have serious real-world consequences for public health, preying on vulnerable individuals seeking solutions for chronic conditions. The United States is also bracing for severe weather events. Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, is currently facing a high risk of hazardous weather conditions. Forecasters are predicting severe storms expected later today, May 30th, 2025, which could bring flash flooding, large hailstones, and even the potential for tornadoes. This alert underscores the increasing frequency and intensity of extreme weather phenomena, often linked to broader climatic changes. Adding to these concerns, a tornado has already touched down in Washington County, Kentucky. This event has tragically resulted in 1 death and 7 injuries, with damage assessments currently underway to determine the full extent of the destruction caused by this powerful weather system. Amidst the weighty global news concerning politics, economics, and environmental challenges, the cultural sphere continues to provide moments of creativity, reflection, and transition. Today, May 30th, 2025, brings notable new releases in the music world, offering fresh artistic expressions for audiences. Among the anticipated albums dropping today are new works from the internationally recognized pop artist Miley Cyrus. Additionally, the acclaimed singer-songwriter Sufjan Stevens is also releasing new music, known for his intricate arrangements and emotive lyrics. These releases contribute to the ever-evolving soundtrack of our times, providing both entertainment and artistic commentary. A significant moment in broadcast journalism is also occurring this evening. Tonight marks Lester Holt's final appearance as the anchor of NBC Nightly News. Holt has been a familiar and trusted presence in American living rooms for a decade, guiding viewers through countless major news events with his composed demeanor and journalistic integrity. His departure signifies the end of an era for the prominent news program. The baton will be passed to Tom Lamas, who is set to succeed Holt as the new anchor, beginning his tenure on June 2, 2025. This transition represents a notable changing of the guard in the landscape of evening news broadcasting. The world of competitive academics also celebrated a new champion. 13-year-old Faizan Zaki has impressively won the 97th Scripps National Spelling Bee. This prestigious competition, held in National Harbor, Maryland, showcases exceptional linguistic talent from young students across the nation. Faizan's victory is a testament to his hard work, dedication, and remarkable spelling prowess. In other news of note, Bernard Kerik, the former New York City Police Department commissioner who served during the critical period of the 9/11 attacks, has passed away at the age of 69. Kerik's career was complex. He was later convicted of tax fraud, but subsequently received a presidential pardon. In a lighter vein, and reflecting the diverse interests of people around the world, daily tarot readings continue to be a popular feature for many. These readings offer insights and guidance related to various aspects of life, including love, career, and personal growth, tailored for each zodiac sign. While perhaps not headline international news, their continued presence speaks to a persistent human desire for meaning and direction. As this day concludes, it is clear that May 30th, 2025 has been a microcosm of our complex world, a blend of escalating international tensions, fluctuating economic indicators, urgent environmental warnings, and poignant cultural shifts, all unfolding simultaneously.